As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the Finnish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Team GDA. It is CostPhoenix. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It's Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chats as we jump into our TvP. Again, coming into this, ByuN is the heavy favorite for sure to maybe even win the entire tournament, but there are a couple of key players out there that can definitely threaten ByuN in this bracket. Players like Jumi, like Geralt, like Cristiano. We've seen them take maps and take series before for ByuN. They're not favored by any means, but they have it in them to cause these upsets, to bring him down. CostPhoenix, he does step up to the plate here, and we are going for a proxy 2-gate setup. Let's go. Now, ByuN backing him double gas. Double gas opener out of ByuN, going for a faster factory, a much more tech-heavy style. This does give access to earlier Hellion, to earlier Cyclone production, so this is going to be a bit of a safer start. Oh, this... Let's go. The post 1 minute GLHF. Yo, if you ever see this on the ladder, that sometimes is indicative that they were busy proxying or cheesing or hyperfixating on their early game opener, and that can sometimes be a sign, for sure. The mind games. And we can see here again, we do have a gas back at home, so we can throw down a cyber core for the time being. We should be pumping out zealots as there is no cyber core, and we'll see what we can get done. Of course, Phoenix does scout, does confirm the factory, does confirm the double gas. Unfortunately, there's no CC on the low ground. Ideally, if ByuN was going for something more economic, if he was going single gas, racks expand, then this could potentially even force a cancel. Could force a cancel on the CC, but there's nothing to cancel, right? There's nothing here to cancel. The zealots, they can't really get too much done. Not yet. ByuN is fully walled up on the high ground. The reactor's on the way. We'll see if ByuN does set up on the low ground, though. Oh, there we go. He's going to be setting up here, and the zealots have potential. Oh, no. No, never mind. The Reapers, they poke in, and ByuN scouts. ByuN scouts, he confirms. The SCV goes back up to the high ground. Bunker is on the way. Yeah, ByuN playing safe. He sees what's going on. He respects it. Attack lab on the initial, the reactor on the initial racks. CC on the high ground. And the Cyclone production's on the horizon. It's getting ready for Cyclones. The boys, they can be pulled to repair. Cybercore back at home is done. We have Stalkers that are going to be amassing. But the bunker is completed, or will complete. Ooh, one SCV goes down. It's one SCV. It's a second SCV as well. Gets a third, not bad. But down goes both zealots. And with that, the Stalkers, they take hull damage as they try to move off the ramp. The Cyclone now has arrived, and ByuN is held. At this point, ByuN is held. CostPhoenix, he does recognize that. He does expand. But CostPhoenix, I'm sure he was hoping for more damage. This is a very late expansion for the Protoss. Oh no! CostPhoenix has to get more done. Stalker does fall. Recalls back home. Oof. Recalls due to the Reaper. Reaper gets a probe kill. Yeah, nice damage. So ByuN does pull away. Behind this, getting to his own 1-1-1 setup. Star puts in production. Reaper does go down. From the side of CostPhoenix, nothing too crazy here. Is working towards the Twilight Council into Blink. Unfortunately, all of his gateways are across the map, and they're all about to be depowered. Uh-oh. This is dangerous. This is brutal. Yeah, both gateways are going to fall, and there's no production. Yeah, there were just 0 warp-ins. CostPhoenix, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for this kind of situation. ByuN, he can just walk across the map. There's nothing. There's 3 Stalkers, vanilla Stalkers at that. And ByuN is coming. Oh no. He's like, I stand. He's coming. He's moving out across the map. Back at home, the natural base is getting saturated. More tanks are being rallied. Well, he moves over the Tuna. Let's go. Beautiful Tuna. As ByuN does move out. Medevac has arrived with reinforcements. And again, there's no shield battery. There's no warp-ins. Gateways, they're still not done. Likewise, neither is Blink. Brutal lock-on. The high ground is going to break the lock-on, thankfully. Does break it. Okay, okay, oh, the boys! The boys, oh, they cannot escape. They don't get away, the natural's gonna fall, and with that, ByuN, he will overwhelm. He will overwhelm the low ground, take down the Nexus, take down the base. Gateways are finishing up. Finishing up the gates. Catching out the Stalkers though. Yeah, Blink is still not complete. And it may not finish. Thankfully, the tank is a little bit too far behind. So no added tank DPS here on the Twilight Council. Blink will complete. Oh, actually, it was within range. Never mind. Never mind. Didn't quite bring it down. Stalkers, they go for the dive. And CostPhoenix, he may be able to clean this up, but at a cost. At a cost of so many Stalkers. Too many Stalkers, not just that, but the base as well. Remember, the Natural was killed, so was the Twilight Council. And CostPhoenix is down to a handful of Stalkers. Looks like he was able to repower those 2 gateways, thankfully. So he's on a 4-gate setup. From here he's moving out. And it's all or nothing. Straight up, it's just all or nothing here for CostPhoenix. 1 base all in. Back at home, we have 2 tanks. They're nicely spread out. We have our Stalkers, we have our Marines out. No bunker, true. So we could technically have a bit of a stronger defensive setup here, but ByuN may not really care too much. Just building up in production. 3-1-1 setup. 3rd TC is on the way. ByuN is getting ready to receive. There we go. The first tank is going to be targeted down. He gets 1 tank. Oh, going for the Raven. One of the auto targets is thrown down in time. And ByuN holds. ByuN, he does hold on. I'm sure CostPhoenix was able to bring down one of the tanks, so that was still 7 Stalkers. Oh, God. 7 Stalkers for a tank and a Raven. Aye. Bearing in mind that we only have 9 Stalkers in total left. Yeah, here we go. The final dive does take down the final tank. Trades with the fire. There is no stim. The vanilla units, they just start stepping in anyway. Yeah, they start stepping in. They take down the entire army. GG gets called, and ByuN takes game number 1. Whew. GG. ByuN does take the first game. Does take a lead in the series. GG, well played. Does take a lead, and we'll see if CostPhoenix can try to recover, try to bounce back. We'll see if he has something a little bit different here in store for us coming into our next game. Let's go. Let us go. Let us go. So we're getting ready here for that second game. And again, we saw CostPhoenix try to be a little bit cheeky with the proxy 2 gates. Not too committed is what I will say. There are definitely some other all-ins that we could try to go for. I will see if CostPhoenix goes for another proxy, or coming into game 2, especially as an amateur player, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, let's see how we can compare to ByuN in a standard macro game. You know, let's see how we can shape up. Let's go. Again, there are different approaches that you can take whenever you go up against, whenever you're, a more amateur player, you're coming up against a pro. You can try to cheese them out and try to be cheeky, or you can try to test your mettle and try to compare yourself and try to learn from that experience as well. Again, whenever you play against a bigger pro player, then they're typically able to help you kind of like expose like weaknesses and see what you need to work on the most, what to kind of like reflect on as well. Let's go. Let us go. So we're getting into game number 2. Meanwhile, the rest of the bracket is slowly progressing. We're getting there. Bracket's progressing. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Pylon, we have the Finnish Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss. Representing Team GDA, it is CostPhoenix. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. We go. Players are going to be settling in. And again, we'll keep an eye on CostPhoenix. as this time the first gateway is back at home, not proxied across the map. Okay, so already adjusting his approach and adjusting his build. Again, CostPhoenix is a player that first came to us, I want to say, as a Platinum player. This was a couple of years ago, competing in our tournaments. For those that are curious, every month, it used to be more regular, it used to be on a weekly basis, but you know, as years went by, our priorities kind of shifted to other casting and other tournaments. But on a monthly basis, we do host a Duckling Open. Duckling Open, that is our monthly tournament for the MMR range of 0 to 4.2k MMR, which is around bronze to diamond, and bronze to high diamond, I should say. And again, we do host it on a monthly basis for amateur players, for diamond players, platinum players, bronze, gold. CostPhoenix used to be a regular in those tournaments, as many players have been. You know, shout out to players like Mixu, shout out to players like Baby Marine, GG Machine as well. We used to cast GG Machine many years ago before he was GM, back when he was Masters. True. There are a couple of key players out there, a couple of the younger ones, where because we've been running our events since 2017, we casted back when they were Diamond, back when they were Masters, before they hit GM, semi-pro, pro. Feels good. Not like everyone, that just happens to everyone, but you know, every now and then a player thrives for more, drives to more, and they hit that higher level. Ruichi, the American GM Protoss player, he also was a player that we casted back when he was Diamond, way back when. Oreo, Starduck, true. We host Duckling Open, and we also host Master Swan Open. That's for those between the ranges of 0 and 4.7k MMR. It's up to 4.7k, which is around Masters 2. So we host those events on a monthly basis, and that's where we get players like CostPhoenix. Again, the reason why we brought it up is because he was a regular in our Diamond tournaments. Nowadays, I want to say he has hit Masters, and now he's a regular in our Masters tournaments. So really cool to see CostPhoenix kind of rise through the ranks and improve over time. Really cool to see. As behind this, we have our Twilight Council. Follow-up, getting into Blink. Meanwhile, ByuN opening up with a CC on the high ground, double gas, faster factory into his own 1-1-1. So very safe setup here by ByuN. Fun fact, ByuN, he didn't even see anything too crazy, but just like last game, CC on the high ground. He's playing it safe nonetheless. Does play it safe. Reaper gets into natural, does force a recall, gets one, gets two probes. Oh, two probes going to be going down. I mean, a strong start here for ByuN, and a rough start for CostPhoenix. Yeah, getting a Stalker called as well. Cyclone does punish. Players are building up. ByuN going for his early push. Just looking for any stray units, any hallucinations. He's in position. He does move out to reinforce. Back at home, we have Blink on the way. We have 3 gates on the way as well. 4-gate Blink. Okay, CostPhoenix being much more aggressive this time. Once the gateways kick in, though, and the gateways, they're still in production. Yeah, they're just now finishing up. Here comes ByuN. He's pushing forward. Does move forward. Getting in trouble with the Stalkers, gets one. Tank does siege, going for the other. The pylon is exposed. Oh no! Goes for the Stalkers. And we'll focus them all down. Yeah, one after the other, they all go down. Brutal pickoffs here. Ay. CostPhoenix wasn't able to engage ahead of time. Likewise, the boys are being pulled. And some brutal losses here for CostPhoenix, losing almost every single probe. 13 workers going to be going down. And I don't blame CostPhoenix. This is just a really early move out. Moving out with his Marines, moving out with the Cyclone, and with the early tank as well. Remember, this is hitting before Stim. It even hit before Blink. And ByuN is getting out of hand. He's snowballing out of control, pushing further in. Again, unfortunately, CostPhoenix just wasn't able to engage with this. Slowing it down, buying more time, picking up Marines. He didn't see it coming till it was already in his face. Oh, God. And here come the reinforcements. Yeah, ByuN is just securing himself, rallying everything across the map. Does hit the natural. As tanks are covering the ramp, which means we're just going to clean everything up. CostPhoenix is going to be down to 2-1 base. Behind the supply blocked as well. He cannot warp it. Oh no! Does move down the ramp. He's going to lose everything. The Prism, the Stalkers, GG gets called. And ByuN, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, ByuN. He will claim the series. A shout out to CostPhoenix again. He is a player that has been slowly improving over the past couple of years and has been getting better and better, and it's been great to see that growth over time. Here up against one of the best Terran players in the world, so not easy for anyone to go up against. Even some of the other top players will struggle against ByuN. So shout out to CostPhoenix for taking part in the tournament, for stepping into the ring. GG. GG, well played. Not easy whatsoever. So congratulations to ByuN. Shout out to CostPhoenix, as we're going to be following our players into the next round. Let's go.